Hi, guys. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to look closer at chapter 10, what we've already looked at, because we are about to write our paper. And in that paper, we're going to look at how the setting impacts the character. So in stories, in novels, in movies, whatever it is, the storyline depends on the setting. Okay. The setting impacts everything. Think about it. In Beauty and the Beast, if Belle never left her house and didn't go looking for her dad, we wouldn't have a story. In Frozen, if Elsa never ran away, we wouldn't have a story. In Toy Story, if Buzz never got brought into the house with all the other toys in Andy's bedroom, we wouldn't have a story. It's the exact same way for what happens in The Giver. If Jonas was never selected as a receiver of memory, things in the community would never change. Now, yes, he was selected, and that does make the change, but the most important part is the change of the annex. Okay. The annex represents this incredible change for Jonas and what he's about to experience as being the receiver of memory. Okay. Remember, it's tucked away behind the house of the old. Old people aren't going to try to investigate things, but the doors are still locked. And remember, the attendant makes the joke, oh, they're locked so no one comes in thinking that it's the bicycle repair shop. Like, of course not. Instead, it's locked to keep people out for a very good reason and a very dynamic reason that impacts our story. So, looking at our first section of our close read from chapter 10, we know that we have these different highlights. The door is unremarkable, so it's not different than anything else in the community. But Jonas does notice a buzzer on the wall, so he buzzes instead. And then he hears this click that indicates the door has been unlatched. Okay. He makes note that, or the author makes note that the lobby was small and contained only a desk at which a female attendant sat working. This doesn't seem any different to Jonas than anything else in the community. Nothing really stands out. The thing that does stand out, though, is the way that this setting impacts how characters are going to interact. So this setting right here, when the female attendant looks up as Jonas enters and then stands, that impacts our story dramatically because Jonas is no longer seen as just a regular person in this community, but instead he's seen as this very honorable person. So the way that the female attendant interacts with him shows us that Jonas has become a dynamic character and changes. Because of this interaction, Jonas replies uncomfortably to call him Jonas, showing that he not yet has accepted that he is on this different level than everyone else. Then she pushes a button. The female attendant will push this button. Again, another button to be pushed instead of this buzzer on the wall. And a click happens, and she says to go ahead and go in. And then the attendant notices Jonas's discomfort and realizes its origin. No doors in the community had ever been locked away. So right here, the locked doors are symbolic of what's being kept from the community. No doors are ever locked because no one has anything to hide from one another. But instead, in the annex where things need to be hidden because the community is not allowed to know what they cannot see about these memories, it lets us know that the annex does play an important role in the change of Jonas. Okay. So then our questions, what's revealed? The community is seen as a place where there's no locked doors at all. However, in the annex, there is a locked door to tell the readers how the committee of elders do not want people becoming investigative and wanting to know more about the receiver and what they do. It also tells us that the receiver's job is one that requires privacy, so no one knows what the receiver is doing.